going over how to manipulate the data in order to match your data to the graph that's shown on the actual assignment. So you got to this page by pushing the down caret and hitting open source in order to view the data that correlates with this graph. Okay, so you'll notice that it does have two lines. We will not need two lines because you're just doing one of your cities. So the first thing you can do is actually delete this column. Okay, so now we're left with one line. Okay, and so if you look at the data and then the graph, it can help you kind of understand which is which. So the team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4, this is your x-axis, okay, and then all of these data points are your y-axis. Okay, so for ours, and I'm going to go through my example that I gave you guys of going to Toronto. I'm going to go ahead and change the name to Toronto. Okay, and then for my data, I'm going to start at time 0. Okay, and so remember it's in minutes, so all of these will be in minutes, and we're going to label the axes. I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. Okay, so I'm going to start at time 0, and then my first location was Casa Loma, and so that's my starting point. So my distance I've traveled, because I'm starting there, is 0. Okay, so I spent 45 minutes there, and so I'm still at distance of 0 because I haven't left there yet. Okay, so I left Casa Loma and then I went to Royal Ontario Museum, and so in order to get there, it took me, let's see, I think it's 6 minutes. So it's a total of 51 minutes now has elapsed, and it was 2.4 kilometers away. Okay, so I decided to spend 95 minutes there. So I ended up being at time 1:46, and my location is still the same. I haven't left there yet. That's just the whole time that I've been there walking around that museum. So my distance is 2.4 kilometers still. And then so I traveled next to the CN Tower, and it took a total of 8 minutes. So now my time is at 1:54. Okay. I traveled an additional 3.4 kilometers, so my total distance is 5.8 kilometers. And then I spent 15 minutes there, so my total time will be 169 minutes, and I would have ended there at 5.8 kilometers. Okay, so now I have my basic graph that I need, but we do need to label all of the axes, okay? So in order to do that, if you click on the actual graph, hit the 3 little buttons up at the top, and then go to Edit Chart. We can go through and do the setup for everything, but the main thing I want you to do is customize it, okay? So this is all fine. If you want to change the border color or the font, you can on chart style. The chart title, okay, we're going to name this distance traveled over time in Toronto. So you would use your own city. Okay, you can change the font size, you can make it bold or the text color. Okay, so then you have to go back up and select this down arrow to change the axis. Okay, so the horizontal axis down here is going to be our time, and this was in minutes. Okay, and then for our vertical axis, this is our distance, our total distance. And this was in kilometers. Okay, so you should see that those have popped up for you on your chart.